guys. Alright. I'm going to wait about a minute or two till some people get on here. So if you're listening to this recording, do the usual and fast forward. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. And I might go grab some tea before everybody starts popping on. All right. Are we ready to get this party started? Oh, I forgot something really important. Hold on. I forgot tissues, because you know I'll probably be all up in here crying. Sorry, the table's shaking the whole my whole phone there. If you guys if you guys don't have, well, first of all, if you have comments, just know if you're watching this live and you have comments, it won't show me on my phone. However, I'm gonna try to get on the team page. Let me see if I can turn the volume down and somehow do this so that I can follow along with any comments you have. Of course, I'll probably wait till breaks to check out. Okay, perfect. If you guys aren't getting a good connection, it's usually because of your Wi-Fi, unfortunately. I'm connected to mine. It seems to be working okay, so I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. If you don't have pen and paper, please go grab some, because we're going to do something really quick in the beginning. If you don't have tissues and you're a crier, you might want to go get tissues today, because we're talking about some things that might touch home for you, and I'm sorry, but it's so important to talk about, guys. It's really important we talk about this. So first, I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. I'm really glad that you could join me. I love to see you guys here. However, I like doing Zoom better, because I like it that you can unmute yourself on Zoom and actually talk to me. Here it's kind of weird because I can just see your faces. But like I said, I'm going to try to follow along on the team page and keep refreshing on my laptop. That way I can at least answer any questions that you guys have. So let's get started. You guys know this might be a good 20 minutes or so. So if you can't watch all of this, I promise you that I'm going to record this. And it's going to be on our team page. But I love the interaction. So if you're here live and you can stay through the whole thing, please stay, because I really would love to hear what you guys have to say. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. So, hey Jennifer, hey Christy, hey Katie, hey Amber. Those are just the people that I see commenting so far. If you're here and I didn't say your name, I'm sorry. Congratulations to all the people on the leaderboards today from October. What an amazing month. I'm so proud of you guys, and I'm super excited to see what you guys do the next 2 months and beyond. Just a couple of things to go over. We have bricks. So bricks are back. What are bricks? Bricks contain 5.5 or maybe even a little more bars. So the little bars, there's actually like 5.5 of those in a brick. Yes, you have to cut them. The cubes are huge. You know what? I have a brick, but it's like packed away right now. But they're huge. They're like bigger than my head. And the cubes are huge. They're like this big for you guys if you haven't seen them. So you do need to cut them. I cut mine with a butter knife. Or if you're a person that likes to use lots of wax, you might cut them in half and put one in one warmer and one in the other. Some scents I do need to use 3 to 5 cubes because it's a little bit lighter. So 1 cube of a brick is nice. They're also nice to make samples with, to give as gifts to the people that buy from you. So they are $24 in region 1, and that's us here in the US and Canada, or I'm sorry, just the US, and 2 for $40. So we're going to talk about upselling in a little bit. I always upsell the 2 for $40 deal. I don't even tell customers usually about the $24 option to get one. So what is good this week? Well, I've tried Winterberry Apple Tea. It smells weird in the bar. Some of you might not like it, but try it in your warmers. It's strong, it permeates, and it's a really, really good smell. And it's actually Orville, one of our CEOs, is his favorite. So that's why I was like, well, I'm going to give this a try. If Orville likes it, we usually like the same scent categories. Sure enough, it's awesome. The other one that's super awesome is Be Merry, which is our scent of the month. It reminds me of if you would combine Very Merry Cranberry with Very Snowy Spruce or even Farmhouse Fir. And it sounds weird, but it's like Christmas in a bar, guys. So sell the crap out of it because I promise you, your customers will love it. Okay. Promotions, we will be going over promotions as soon as commissions hit next week. So as soon as commissions hit on the 9th, I believe commissions will probably run. So we will go over promotions then. I can't really pull reports easily as a leader for people that promoted before then. So it's just way easier to recognize people at that point because I can pull a report super quick. All right. So, let's see. That's going to go last. All right, like I said, you guys are going to, if you're criers or you're emotional, you might want to grab a tissue, grab a pen and paper, because what we're going to do first is a little personal development. Then I'm going to take you into some tips, and then I'm going to give you some challenges to make your week awesome this week, okay? Okay, so first, let's talk about the hard stuff, okay? Make sure also to tag your teammates here and invite them to watch this video if you've got team. I want you guys to take the paper and the pen that you guys have and write down 2 things. And this can be on separate pieces of paper. It could be together. It's totally up to you. I want you to write down what you feel like in Scentsy you're not good at. So if it's recruiting or booking parties or talking to people, whatever it is. So I want you to write down what you feel like maybe isn't your strong suit. And I want you guys to write down, this is a little bit harder. I want you guys to write down trauma, 1 traumatic event in your life that has formed the way that you are. So something that has given you anxiety, something that has formed the way you think, something that was, it could have been something that was maybe very minor that you regret doing. It could be something that happened to you that somebody else did, something that was very severe. You're not going to share this, so this is just for your eyes only. If it was something that was a little more traumatic, I'm asking you guys to write that down about 4 or 5 times in a sentence, what happened. And I'm going to give you guys some time. So the first thing was to write down something that you feel you're not strong at in Scentsy. So write down, you know, if you don't feel like you're a good recruiter, if you don't feel like you're good at meeting people, if you don't feel like you're good at parties, something like that, okay? So write down that. And then write down something traumatic that you've been through, something that you've done that you regret. And like I said, if it's more traumatic, write it down about 4 or 5 times on this sheet of paper. So while you're doing this, I'm going to continue to talk and we'll come back. We all have experiences from our past that form the emotions that we feel, whether those emotions are regret, fear, anxiety, they form us as adults. So, for instance, it could be something as simple as somebody telling us when we were a child, oh, they're shy. They're so shy and cute. Or maybe somebody in your past never complimented you. Maybe you just wanted recognition from somebody in your life and nobody complimented you. Or maybe it was something severe. Maybe you lost someone, and this is mine, this is why I'm getting upset. First, I wanted to say, this reminded me, so Haley Kagerice is here on our team. She just turned 18, and her mom, Jamie, is here on the team, and a lot of their family members are here. And I want to say, I'm incredibly sorry that you lost your father, Haley. He was a good friend of mine, and died way too young, so I wanted to say that. And Carrie, Moon, if you watch this, I know you're dealing with the loss of your mother, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for anybody here that is dealing with any kind of death right now, or dealing with remembering someone that they lost that means a great deal to them. Whew, we see what my trigger is, huh? But we have these experiences that shape us, right? We have these experiences that make us feel the way that we do. When I asked you to write these things down, and I said nobody's going to see them, that is because of what I'm going to ask you to do with these. So if you have means to do this, I would like for you to maybe go to your sink, either after this or now, and I want you to crumble that paper up and burn it. Now, I don't want you to burn down your house, so if you can't do this or you're at work, I want you to crumble up that piece of paper and throw it away. And if you need to do this every single day to remind yourself that you are not the product of what someone did to you, someone said to you, you are not the product of something that you tell yourself in your head, you are not that person. You're not that little girl or boy that was hurting. You are not the person that your parents told you that you were, and it made you feel bad about yourself, okay? You're not the little girl that got picked on in school. You are a strong, brave person now. You took the first step to changing your life, and that was joining this team, okay? You are braver than you think, because being brave meant signing up that day when you had doubts. I want you to burn that or throw it away, and I'm going to do this as well. For those of you that just showed up, please watch this recap. This is a very important step, guys, because if I can't get you guys to believe that you can become a great success in this business, if I can't get you guys to believe that you are worth more than that little man on your shoulder, that little man on your shoulder is from your past, telling you that you're not good enough, telling you that you're not brave enough, you can't do this. He is the bad person on your shoulder that tells you there's too many consultants in your area, or nobody's buying from you because they don't like you, or they didn't answer you back on Facebook because they think you're stupid. All these things that you're telling yourself are lies, okay? So I want you to kick that little man off your shoulder. And the only way you're going to do that is you're going to burn that list and throw it away, or throw it away. Do not burn it and throw it away, because you will catch your house on fire. I love you guys, and I want what's best for you. I have gone through 6 years of personal development to get here to tell you guys this, and guess what? You're going to have your chance to sit with your team one day and tell them the same thing. But I need you to let go of the past, and I need you to let go of that fear. I need you to look in the mirror and radiate belief in yourself. If you are not going to do that, you are not going to succeed at Scentsy. You are not going to succeed at doing anything in life, because you have to let go of that lie. Those lies you're telling yourself, they're creating that fear. They're creating that fear when you're standing on an elevator and you see somebody that you really think would be good at Scentsy, and you don't mention it, and you wish when you get off that elevator that you did, okay? That was really emotional, and I know it was hard for some of you guys, and I want you to go through that exercise every single day if you need to, and write down that thing that you wrote down and throw it away or burn it every single day until you believe that that is a part of your past and it will not be a part of your future. Okay? Are you guys with me? I want to see, I hope nobody's crying. Good grief. I know that was like a little more emotional than I expected, but we're going to get to the nitty gritty now. Okay. Let's see. I just want to see if you guys have any questions. I'm trying to keep up here. Okay, I guess there's no questions yet. If there are, I will get to them after this. Okay, so here we are. We threw away our excuses. We threw away all those bad things that happened to us in our life. If you are going to burn them, I suggest that because I want you to go and burn those things, okay? Those are things that your subconscious has taught you. And to get them on paper is the first thing that you need to do in order to get rid of them. You need to get it out, okay? A lot of us don't talk about these things. We think that they're part of our past, but they're really deep down inside our head. And to show you how powerful this is to keep things that are in writing or to throw things away that are in writing, think about this. How many of you guys keep your children's cards, keep your children's drawings that they give you, or nieces and nephews or grandchildren? How many of you guys keep those? Because why? They mean something to you. It's a piece of paper and it's a drawing, but it means something to you and it makes you feel good about yourself. What I'm asking you to do is take the bad things that you wrote down on a piece of paper and throw them out of your life because they don't make you feel good about yourself. Negativity out, positivity in, okay? Let's move on. Nuts and bolts, okay? What I mean by that is tips and tricks. And these are just a couple of things that I've been paying attention to, not just with you guys, but like Scentsy people in general that I'm watching on Facebook. I've learned by my mistakes, so I'm here to help you guys because I wouldn't be a good leader if I wasn't honest with you guys and told you about the things that I did wrong, right? First, I want to tell you guys, Facebook posts, guess what? Only 15% or less of people see those Facebook posts. So if you're only posting things on Facebook and you're getting frustrated because nobody's commenting on them, well, it took me a year of building my business to really get people to comment on my Facebook posts. And I had to learn like what times a day were good. I had to learn how to do it. And I'm going to tell you, you have to comment under people's stuff and message them for you to show up in their news feeds. Why? Because Facebook wants to give people what's relevant to their lives. If they know that if Facebook knows that those people have been talking to you, then they know that obviously you mean something in their life somehow, so they're going to put your feeds in their, or your posts in their feed, okay? I hope this is making sense. If you guys want to look up things on Facebook algorithms and how to social media network, then please, I want you to, because there's so many good things out there, too many to go over right now. But that is the main thing, okay? Facebook posts are they're like icing on the cake for my business or the cherry on top of the sundae for my business. But what I'm doing behind the scenes that you guys don't see is where the real cake is. And I gotta have cake and my icing. I can't just have icing. I can't just have cake. I like them both, right? So what do you do? Well, you pay attention to who's liking your posts. So sometimes we might not get comments, but we might get likes. Message those people. Start talking to them. Thank you so much for liking my post. I really appreciate it. I'm working hard on building my business, and I'm so glad to see you're seeing my posts and you like them. That's it. Maybe the conversation will take you somewhere else. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But you'll never know unless you reach out to that person, okay? Facebook parties, this is where that comes into play. So people are like, how do you have successful Facebook parties? Well, it's like rolling dice, and I'm going to be really honest with you. You become an expert at it by, going and researching, asking other teammates what they're doing. But when it all comes down to it, it's just booking enough so that the ones that don't do well, you're not noticing them. It's kind of like when you have teammates. When you have 10 teammates and you're just starting out and 8 of them aren't doing anything, well, pay attention to the 2 that are, because those 2 are the ones that are going to get you to where you need to be. If they're getting to where they want to be, they're going to get those other 8, they don't matter. That's the same thing with, I just got carried away. I totally lost my train of thought. Hold on, let me go back to my notes. Facebook parties. Keep with it, Andy. Sorry, I have really bad allergies too, so I know I sound probably horrible. Facebook parties. So don't rely on just 1 to 2 to 3 parties even. When I want to have a successful month and I know I can't leave my house to do home parties and I really want to blow it out of the park and have like a $2,000 month with online parties, I book 10 to 15. And I'm just going to be real here with you guys. Because 4 or 5 might do 200, but that right there, so 4 or 5 doing just 200, which I don't want, but I'll take, that's $1,000 right there, 200 times 5, yeah, $1,000 right there, boom, okay? 3 of those probably, maybe even 5 of those probably, or no, I would say 3 to 4 won't do well. And then you're going to have 1 every great while that will do 500 plus. I just had one last month. She did a party for me 6 months ago. It did $200. Guess what? Her party was $1,300 last month. So people ask me how I have $5,000-$6,000 months this time of year. That's how. I just book a lot of parties. I don't rely on single sales. If I was relying on just single sales, I would be burnt out. Like, I would not be able to lead you guys. I would be so tired. No, I want to turn that $50 order when somebody comes to me into a party. I want to tell her, why don't you get this for free or half off? Take this little bag around with you for a week. I'll make you a Facebook event. You message people, let them know, and I push her not to just have a $200 party, but I'll say, hey, if you have a $500 party, oh geez, here comes the post office guy, or the mailman, and the dogs are gonna bark. I'm sorry, guys. Here we go. I'm gonna try to talk. Fred, no. Do you want a bath? Hey, do you want a bath? Hey. Usually that works. It did not work this time. Oh God. Sorry, hold on. No. He hears you. He knows you're big and bad. Okay? He knows you're big and bad. He knows. Here's this fierce creature right here trying to get at the postman. Just look at this guy. He's fierce. Better get. Alright. So, of course, I forget where I was going. So let me... Oh gosh, guys, remind me where I was at. I'm gonna go on the laptop and see where I was at. Sorry, the dogs just totally dropped my train of thought. Let me see. Oh, Joanna, thanks. It's growing, huh? It's growing really long. I appreciate that. Okay, I don't know where I was, but I'm just gonna keep going and you guys can let me know. So, my Facebook parties, I always add people as friends on Facebook. So, like, everybody that says that they're going, or people that, like, comment under my post that I put in there, I add them as a friend, and I'll message all of them, plus the people that said they're going, and be like, hey, you know, thank you so much for coming to the party. I've got some great deals. Let me know if you have any questions. And then I'll also message them at the end, letting them know that, hey, we're getting ready to close the party if you want anything. And at that point, maybe one person will say, you know what, I can't afford it. And then at that time, I'm like, well, why don't you host your own, right? Get it free or half off. If they tell me that they're having money issues, well, what does that tell me? That sends a red flag that they need money. So I will plant that seed by saying something like, hey, listen, no matter where they live, hey, in your area, we're really looking for some Scentsy consultants, because any area is not saturated in this whole world with Scentsy right now. It's blowing up. Which I'm gonna get to that in a couple minutes. But so here's another thing: be professional on social media. I'm laughing, but I shouldn't be. Guys, like, I see some stuff and I'm like, really? Like, you guys want people to take you seriously, but you're sitting complaining on Facebook. You're like talking about getting in a fight at Walmart. We are owning a business here, guys. If you want people to take you seriously and buy from you, you might want to keep it a little positive on social media. The same reason why we have to keep it positive on the team page, because what happens is one person mentions something and then all of a sudden negativity will like suck you in. People that aren't even thinking negative might see something and they're like, oh yeah, life sucks or whatever. I mean, think before you post on social media. Be professional. You are a business person. This is your store essentially. So social media, people are watching you, and they're watching you too. You know, come to the team meetings on Tuesday, take a picture of the team meetings and be like, I love my team, you know, put it on social media. Don't put flyers up. This is what I was going to get to. Don't just put flyers up and things like that. Make it real. Like, you guys should be using your own products. You should have bought that bathroom cleaner when it came out, or used your hostess rewards. You should have a diffuser. You should have your products. If you are going to market them and tell people how awesome they are and not use them, how are you gonna, you know, how are you going to tell your customers how awesome they are then? And that's what I like, have my diffuser on and I'll take a picture and be like, I love this oil, I'm diffusing this today, or I love this wax, I'm warming this today, and take a picture. Or what are you guys warming today, or what's your favorite oil? Get people talking. That works way better than just posting an ad about a flyer that you saw, okay? Another thing, this is just a little tidbit. I put this up, Jen Anderson does it, I do it, stamps. So you can get Staples, so many different places. You can get rubber stamps, just old school. You can either get them pre-filled, which last forever, or you can get the stamps that have like old school, like that kind of stamp, and get an ink pad. They're like $7, $10, I don't even know. Guys, labels are great. I do labels on my bars, okay? But stamps, I do on everything else. And I do it in red ink or blue ink because it kind of sets it aside. And you just put the same information you have on your labels onto a stamp and you use that. Put your stamp on everything. Do not handwrite things. If you guys are in a hurry and you don't have anything, you just start out with Scentsy, I understand. You have to handwrite it. I'd rather you do that than not work your business. But be professional, get a stamp, look professional. I'm not a crafty person, so I'm not saying you have to make things look all cute and whatever, but try to be as professional as you can be with your business. I want to remind you that samples don't equal sales. I don't just hand things out to people, usually, because it doesn't work. It's like a 1 to 2% return. It's a waste of money. But here's what I do that works. So what I do is I give people samples that have already bought from me, okay? So I'll either do porch drops of samples. If they live near me, I'll send them in the mail. I will usually just put them in their bags because they order locally from me. Or, and I have a lot of people that are, you know, live away from me. So like I said, I will send them in the mail. You can even put just a sticker on your business card, put it in an envelope, and the scent sticker, that can be a sample, you know. Giving it to customers that have bought from you before is a much better return than just handing things out. Now, if you insist on handing things out, and I'm going to show you guys real quick what I do. Hold on one second. I want to get an example. Okay, so I'll probably give this plus a scoop of washer whiffs because washer whiffs has a huge return. I sell tons of washer whiffs. I'll probably give, see, this is a little sliver. I do not do sample making. I know they look cute, but it's not revenue generating and I don't have time for it. It's fluff to me and I don't have time. I'm here to run a business. Now for those of you that maybe just do this for fun and you're crafty, yes, but if you're running this as a business, I can't. I just can't. So, gosh, this Be Merry smells so good, guys. So I put the Warmer and Scent of the Month brochure, again, my stamped information, and then I have a little card. I'm not going to show you what it says because it's my story and not your story, but I will tell you what's on it. So I have a picture of my family, I have my information I'd have on a label, and I have my story right here. Why I started Scentsy, why it's been amazing, and then on the front, I don't even know where you can find this, but that's what I have on the front. But you could just put like a picture of a warmer and a diffuser, you know, whatever you want on your postcard. Maybe just thank you. It doesn't really matter. Really, it doesn't. The story is what matters. Leading me to remind you guys, if you just joined or even if you've been around for a while, the number one thing Scentsy tells you to do, you should do. Go put your picture on your workstation for your website and put your story up. Guys, I have so many people that buy from me and join under me because they read my story. What happens when somebody reads your story? It's not something that I like, everybody likes me because of this, but no, people will connect with you on something that you said, and maybe some won't, and that's okay, but there will be some people that connect with you because of what you said, and they'll buy from your website or join your team just because of that. So make sure that you're doing that. Samples do not mean sales, which we already went over. Sales do not mean total success. What means total success? Parties and recruiting every single month and being consistent and persistent. That is where you get success. The problem is a lot of people quit. They go through a dip, which is totally normal. And you'll see that a lot of times in the second or third month, people will have hit up their family and friends, but what they didn't do is they did not keep in touch. Maybe their friends and family had parties. Well, they didn't connect with those people at the parties to create new customers and new hostesses. You see, when your family and friends have your launch parties and your beginning parties from you, they're going to have friends and family when they host a party that you didn't know. It's really important for you to connect, make those connections, follow up with those people, and ask them to host parties. Then when they host parties, they're going to have friends that you didn't know. And then you know, when like every party, I make it a point to at least book 1 to 3 parties from that party. Let's talk about upselling. So I did go over this a little bit on Tuesday on our team block party, but I want to go over it again because upselling is really important. I do not say to people, oh, you can get 3 bars for $17. Even before we didn't have this 3-pack, I did not sell it. What I say is I have bars that are buy 5, get 1 free. So they're 6 for $30. If someone wants to buy them individually, of course, I'm not going to force them to buy a 6-pack, but I do not advertise it. I do not tell people about it when they ask me how much it is. And here is a way that I have upsold to get, so my first party that went in this week was pushing $1,000. Or I'm sorry, well, I'm getting ready to put in the second half, but it will be pushing $1,000. What I did was, a week before, I posted things, I contacted my customers, and I said, hey, Frosty Glow, super cute, sent them a picture, the picture that we all are seeing that's like somebody took at their home, sent them a picture and said, Frosty Glow is probably going to sell out. Like, I created that anticipation, even if it isn't. It's probably going to sell out. I know you probably want to get your hands on it, so let me tell you, I can take pre-orders. Now, right now, you don't have to take pre-orders. It's for sale, so you could just say, I'm putting in an order. I can get you free shipping if you're local, whatever you want to say. If they say, oh my gosh, how much is it? The first thing I said was, you can get both for $50. Isn't that a great deal? Okay, I did not tell them individually. Now, if they said, you know what, I have enough big warmers, I just want the little one, I'll say, oh, okay, that's $18, okay? Then I sent them a list of I said, if you want to add these bars, they're buy 5, get 1 free right now, even though it's all the time they're buy 1, get 1 free. I said, these are buy 5, get 1 free right now, and these are my most popular holiday scents, but you can cater this to what you like. So then I sent them, which ones did I do? Be Merry, Farmhouse Fir, Christmas Cottage, Silver Bells, Cinnamon Bear, and Very Merry Cranberry. You can do, I call it my holiday pack, you can do anything that you want. Those are just ones that I've noticed I've been selling to customers a lot. What this did was take what maybe would have been an $18 order, and I turned it into an $80 order per person. So I got 10 of those, and now I want to get 10 more, right? So I'm going to go do this all over again. See how upselling? So here's another thing. 2 of those people said, gosh, I really want that warmer. I can't afford it though. What did I say back? You guys know what I said back. Girl, let's do an online party. I think you could get it for free or half off. And then they're like, well, what does that entail? and I say, I'll send you a pouch of testers, order forms, catalogs, and I will we'll attach that to an online party, which we'll do on Facebook. And if you do $500 in sales, you can get $75 in free stuff, 3 half offs. And I tell you what, if you hit that 500, I'm going to give you another free half off. You're going to use your perpetual reward for this. If you want to go further, you can give them whatever gift you want using that half off that Scentsy gives you, that extra half off. Okay. Let me see if I have any questions so far. Sorry. I hope you guys are getting something from this. Alright, well, I'm going to go back in and see what everybody was talking about in a little bit. Okay. Upselling. We talked about upselling. We talked about that. We talked about, challenges we did not talk about. Facebook posts we talk about. Okay. Are you ready for some challenges? Now, you can cater this to however you want. If you're here to make a couple $100 a month, you don't want to build a team, then you focus on having parties and getting your $1,000 in. If you're here to make $600, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $40,000, yes, I'm serious, people make $40,000 a month in Scentsy. If you're here to make that kind of income, then you need to create massive action for yourself. I created massive action for myself because I knew in 5 years or 6 years I wanted to make 6 figures, which I've created, okay? So what can you do? Well, we'll break it down a little bit. Number one, you can have a VIP page. If you don't have a VIP page, please create one. A VIP page is a group. If you're not sure how to make a Facebook group, just Google it. And I'm not being like funny. I'm saying like I tell people to Google things a lot, not to be a smartass, but because literally Facebook changes every day. I don't want to give them the wrong advice. So Google how to do it and make a page and then ask people every other day, go on your Facebook and be like, hey, if you want to be a customer of mine or if you are a customer of mine, here's my VIP page. I would love to add you. Every customer that you have, you ask them, hey, can I add you? We don't add people without asking them. That's rude and I hate it. And it's not professional and people don't like it either. So ask them, is it okay if I add you to my VIP page if they're a customer of yours already? Make a VIP page, and remember guys, and I need to be better with this too, remember that you can connect with people on your VIP page. So like, even if you're not gonna, you don't have to post Scentsy every day. You can post things like, guys, what do you use for frizzy hair? I am so tired. Or what do you guys like this shirt or this shirt? What should I wear today? Like, use it to interact with people and get to know them. Because when your customers know you, like you, and trust you, they're gonna come back to you. Okay? The ones that don't come back to you are either maybe they don't realize, you know, I don't know. Like, I don't really know why they don't. Sometimes, I mean, I know I see people sometimes and I'm like, dude, what did I do? Sometimes people just don't have common courtesy, I guess, if you're treating them good and they're not coming to you. Now, of course, you're going to have some people, for instance, like I have teammates who I might have done a party for them back in the day and all their friends and family bought from me at that party. Well, of course, if they're a teammate of mine, I'm going to give them those orders or those people as customers. I want them to take them. But never take somebody else's customers. It's rude, it's insensitive, and I always ask people, hey, are you buying from somebody currently, or have you bought Scentsy from somebody? Even if they said, like, I bought from Steffi, like say that, even though Steffi lives in Florida, if they say, I bought from Steffi, I would never ever say, oh, well, she makes money off of me, you can buy from me too. What the hell? First of all, if anybody knows the compensation plan, that's not, like, you make a very small percentage, like you make a bigger percentage off of your personal sales. So I would never say anything like that. Just be very sensitive to other people. I try to do the same, but sometimes you do share customers back and forth and you don't even realize it, and it's okay. It happens. Another thing, keep track of information and follow up. Following up is going to be your most important bread and butter through this whole process. If you're not showing your customers, you might think of it as bugging them, but if you're not showing your customers that you care about them, which is what follow-ups is. Follow-ups means that you are caring about your customer. You're going that extra mile, and it might be a simple Facebook message to just say, hey, I see you're on here. I know you got your Scentsy a week ago. I hope you're loving it. Or I've got washer whiffs and that scent you love now. Let me get you a sample. That's following up. Whiff boxes. So scent crates, whiff boxes. There is a scent crate page if you guys are not on that, and if you like to do crafty things. I don't even like to do crafty things, but I've really gotten into my scent crates. It's a $500 to $800 or more extra PRV that I don't have every month, or I didn't have before that. And it's really become wonderful. And what I've noticed is, like, a lot of people do $20 to $25 ones, which it's okay, but I've done $35, $55 ones, and I realized that most people are picking the $55 ones. And I'll make sure I have like 10 extra dollars in, and please research this on the Scent Crates page for more information. But I'll have like $65 worth of stuff, and I'll put some cute things in there, but I do that because I use my hostess rewards and maximize what I'm getting things for. So that's another way to up your PRV. Another thing, guys, please, after the holidays, Scentsy does not just die, okay? Like, if you want to build your business, you're in this for the long haul. And right now, you should be booking parties for December, January, February, March for new catalog. You should be looking ahead. So your bread and butter is every single month. And I can tell you that there are some a little bit slower months, but we never have a slow month where you're not going to sell. Okay. So let's get to the challenge. The real challenge is this, guys. And you could do this every single Sunday. You can do this whenever you have time. But I want you guys to challenge yourself to get out and just make friends. So write down a list of the 10 places you'll go that week, the 10 people that you'll see, and the 10 things you learned. This keeps you accountable. Now, what does this do? It keeps, so if you've got this list on your phone, you can have this list written down. What happens is every week, you know, if you're not putting yourself in situations, either on social media or forums online, you're not going out and meeting people either at Chamber of Commerce meetings or the grocery store or restaurant or bunko with your girlfriends. If you're not putting yourself into situations to network and meet new people, your business is not going to grow. So 10 places you go every week, 10 people you see, and then the 10 things you learn about them. The 10 people that you see can be, for instance, if I'm going to the post office, I know I'm going to see the post office workers. So it can be vague, right? I'm going to this restaurant, I know I'm going to see the hostess and the waitress. What you're going to write down then is what you learned about them. And right now, I just want you to focus on building networking relationships. So building friendships. Maybe you learned their name. Maybe you learned that they like dogs. Maybe you learned that they like to crochet because they were crocheting, waiting for their doctor's appointment. It could be something really simple, okay? If you really connect with that person, yeah, you might drop seeds about Scentsy in there, but I don't want you to focus on that right now. For your first maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, just focus on talking to people and getting that fear off of your mind of talking to people, because you're going to realize it's really not that bad, okay? So do that first. Make 10 packets a week, and these are called possibility packets. What they are is a join brochure, a catalog, your story, so if you made that postcard or you even have it printed out on a sheet, your story, and maybe a sample. And you tell people on Facebook, you tell your customers, you reach out to them, because remember, you're not just posting things on Facebook, because that's not how we grow business. You actually have to reach out to people and communicate with them. You're telling them, I've got these possibility packets. I think you'd be really good at this. Have you ever thought about it? Because I would love to send you one. Now, is that possibility packet the end all? No, some are going to join, some aren't, but it keeps you accountable for doing it every single week. So I want you guys to mention the join opportunity or make these packets one time a day. For those of you that just want to build your business just kind of, you know, in the middle ground, you just want a couple $100 extra a month, one person a day. Whether you're following up with your customers, you're talking to your friends, You're posting on Facebook. I want you to connect with one person a day and actually have a conversation with them about how you think they'd be amazing at Scentsy, or asking them, have they ever thought about it? One a day. Now, if you really, really, really want to recruit and you want to do 2 or more recruits every month, then I want you to up that to 5 people a day. Now, what's going to happen is, in the beginning, you might just recruit 1 to 2 doing that. But in the end, you're going to get to where I got, and you're going to be recruiting 4 to 6 or more a month. That is where you need to be if you want massive action and you want a full-time paycheck. You guys have got to give this a good 6 months to a year of patience, persistence, and consistency, creating massive action, working with your teammates that want it and not being distracted about those who don't. I understand frustrations, guys. I understand your teammates that say they'll do things and don't. They hold, and I know this is a bad mindset, but you feel like they hold you back from what you're doing. But guess what? The good news is that if you're a director or below, your PRV can usually get to you to where you need to be. You just need active teammates, right? So if you're not doing something or you're not hitting a promotion, up your PRV because you have control over that. Now, for those of us star and superstar directors, we have to rely on people hitting director under us to make our goals. It's a little bit trickier, but it's okay. That's the process of this. I'd rather be doing this job than any other job in the world. But you can't just quit when you get frustrated because somebody didn't message you back, or you didn't recruit for 1 month, or somebody canceled an order, somebody canceled a party. You can't just quit. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If it was, we wouldn't be in business. But, hold on. Okay. So wrapping up, are you willing, I wrote these things down so I didn't forget them because I was thinking of them last night. Are you willing to keep going no matter what people say, no matter of your failures, no matter of that little dude on your shoulder telling you that you're not worthy of anything, no matter of your fear, no matter of your rejection, no matter if you're 10 to 15 pounds overweight, no matter if you think you're ugly or pretty, no matter if you like your outfit that day, no matter if you have boogers in your nose, no matter if you, whatever, if you are willing to go past everything and still work your business on a daily, you're going to have success. No matter your situation, no matter your health concerns, your town you live in, how many consultants are there, those are all things that we tell ourselves when we're not hitting goals that make it okay. And what are they called? They're called our excuses. Every person that comes to me with an excuse, I can show them a leader on our team who's busting their ass to do what they need to do that has the same ailment or situation in their life. Every person that comes to me with an excuse, I can show them somebody else in Scentsy that is having a 10,000 PRV month and recruiting 10 a month and has the same life as them probably. You are going to burn your business if you constantly live on your excuses. And not only that, I see people making excuses for their teammates too. Like, oh, well, they're busy, or they have a health problem, or, well, so do I. I'm busy too. I've got health problems. Like, I don't mean to be insensitive, guys, but like, we all do. It's life, like, whether you have kids, you don't have kids, you're a grandma, you're young, you're whatever. You have a busy life. You have things going on in your life, and you never know what somebody else is dealing with either. So keep that in mind. Another thing I talked about the other day is quit comparing yourself to others. What you're doing is not only poisoning yourself, but it's poisoning your business. I see it happen in Scentsy all the time where people, like, they're so proud of themselves, and instead of, here's an example. So say consultant A posts, oh my gosh, my team just sold $1,000 in PRV. And then consultant B, who maybe they're friends with, says, my team just sold $5,000 in PRV. Consultant A needs a mindset shift if they are like, oh my gosh, I suck, I'm going to quit this, I'm no good at this, and they compare themselves. What should they be thinking? They should be thinking, that is awesome that that person is doing that. It's showing me that it can be done, and I'm going to bust my ass to do the same thing. And I'm proud of my friend for doing that. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ask my friend what she's doing to make her success, and I'm going to duplicate that. That is called good mindset, and that's where your mind needs to be. Okay? Well, I started this with saying hope is not a good strategy, and it's the truth. You can't hope for the best. You can't say, I'll try, or we'll see, or I don't know. You have to say, I will, I'm going to, I'm worthy, I'm big, I'm bad, and I'm a badass mofo, and I'm here to tell you guys I'm not going to fall, and when I fall, if I fall, those couple of times that I do, I'm going to get back up and brush myself off, not only because I have a team who is depending on me to be a strong leader. I want to show them that I fell and I got back up because I want to lead by example, okay? I don't want to be the reason ever that you guys doubt yourself, or I want to be the reason that you guys are inspired. I don't want you guys to look at what I have and be like, I want that now, because it's not going to happen. But I guarantee you that if you create massive action, for those of you guys that want $1,000 or more a month, you can have it in the next 3 to 6 months, but you've got to create massive action. What does massive action mean? You're booking 10 to 15 parties a month, or, well, I would say 8 to 12, depending on time of year. And you're recruiting 1 to 2 people a month. And then those people, you are picking the ones that want it too and that are willing to create the actions, and you are working with them so that they do the same. What does it mean to be a good leader? The same thing that it means to be a good parent. You don't give your child, you don't spoon feed your child unless they're a baby. But when they get older, you teach them to tie their own shoes, to feed themselves, right? You teach them to be independent. Well, and this is just tough love here, guys, but I've heard people say before, like, well, my sponsor this. If you're asking your sponsor, like, questions all day long and you're not looking for them, that's not what your sponsor is there for. Your sponsor is there as a cheerleader to tell you where to find things, to make you read over things yourself. Because if they're not, it's just like being a mom to a child and not teaching them to be independent. Because guess what happens when people are independent and they believe that they can do things on their own without you doing them for them? They become leaders. And sometimes you don't see that in the beginning. I know I didn't. I was always like, why can't Steffi just tell me the answer quick? Okay? But now I see why. She knew I was a leader and she was teaching me to go feed myself so I could teach my team to go feed themselves so I could create leaders. Because we are independent consultants. We are leaders. Even if you've got a team of 1, guess what? I started with a team of 1. Yay! So guess what? That means you, in 6 years, can have your team of hundreds or thousands and you can make the same money or more. I'm kind of a medium ground in Scentsy. There are people that have built their business slower, faster than me, but I did it on my own massive action. And for me, it was selling $2,000 a month each month and recruiting 2 people minimum. Sometimes I would recruit 0. Sometimes I recruited 18. Sometimes I recruited 6. Sometimes I recruited 0 for 3 months. And you don't want to, I mean, that really sucked and that was really hard. If you do recruit 0, then strive to recruit more the next month. But you have to grow. And in order to grow, you have to put yourself into situations where you're meeting new people. That's just the way it is. So, I love you guys. I will end this telling you what I always tell you is I believe in you. I just need you to believe in yourself. If you guys came in late, please, please, please listen to the recording. Tag your teammates. The beginning of this is the step to success, in my opinion. We need to let go of the past and we need to create massive action for the future. And the only way to do that is to believe in ourselves and let go of that fear and whatever we had in our past. Burn that sheet, throw it away. For those of you that just came in, you're like, why is she talking about burning a sheet? Go back and listen. I love you guys. I want to see the best for you. But I'm not gonna lie, if you guys constantly tell me that you want something and then I see you hundreds away from a goal at the end of the month and just giving up, leaders and people that succeed stay up till 3 in the morning and do it in their own PRV if they have to. And some of you did that this month and proved that you want things. Some of you will do that this coming month, this November, and prove that you want things. Some of you will continue to get paid at title past the holidays, continue to push your business, even when you feel like giving up sometimes. And guess what we're going to call you guys in the next 6 months to a year? We're going to call you directors, star directors, and superstar directors. That's what we're going to call you. You just can't give up, no matter what. Promise me. Love yourself, guys. Take care of yourself. Drink your water. Go for a walk. Take care of yourself. I love you guys. I'll talk to you. Have a good weekend. Good luck with all your Scentsy events and parties.